let you slip away, living in a world that stirs you great.
So Enrique, first of all, I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you very much.
This is amazing. You have some very, very loyal and intense fans. Any crazy fan stories that you've had? Any memorable fan stories you've had?
Crazy stories.
Tell me the craziest.
The craziest. I had a fan like a few months ago that swam across the bay like a mile to get to my house, which I thought was crazy, and I was worried for her. I felt so bad for her, but she was fine, thankfully.
She got a picture with you.
I took a picture with her.
Now, Bailando, the hit of the summer. And it's a bilingual song. I mean,
Yes.
How do you see America embracing, Hispanic culture?
I think that's a perfect example of how America's embracing just the Hispanic, the Latin culture. I mean, there's so much, you live here in New York City, you go to Miami, but now it's not only about these big cities, about New York, LA, Chicago, it's everywhere. You see the influence of Latin music, although they said back in 1999 there was a boom. And for me, I always felt like when they said a boom, it was going to go away. But I mean, I didn't feel like it was going to go away, but I felt like maybe some people thought it was just going to be a trend. And for me, it wasn't really a trend. It was just going to stay there because there's a lot of Hispanic people in this country that are bilingual and grew up without American, but speak Spanish.
You moved here when you were 9 years old. What's your fondest, most dear memory of getting to America?
It was actually a tough time because I was 9 years old. I had all my friends in school there in Spain, and then moving to Miami was so different to Madrid, completely different. So a little bit of a culture shock there. But I grew to love it, and that's been my home since then, and I don't see myself living anywhere else.
How do you feel like your Hispanic roots have played a part in who you are, the man you are?
The cool thing about that, I feel, me musically, I was influenced so much by Spanish music, but then moving to Miami, also a lot of music from Latin America. And you had, whether it was more even Mexican pop at the time, or more rock from Argentina, or more Caribbean, Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Rican. You have all these things that come together in Miami, plus pop, top 40 music, American music, Anglo music. So it's so cool because that actually influenced me a lot when it came down to my songwriting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're the son of one of the most iconic names in music's history. What was it like growing up in an Iglesias household?
It was fun. It was cool. It was interesting. You learn a lot. I loved it. I personally loved it. I had a great childhood. I got to travel to a lot of places around the world that probably most kids, wouldn't get that chance, and you learn a lot, especially going then. Once I signed my first record contract when I was 18, I felt like I had learned a lot.
Mm-hmm. Can we get a selfie for you guys? Go for it.
It's a selfie phenomenon. No? Oh.